Nice to come home to the home of champions. Anfield is...
That is what is on your ticket. Bring play.
No excuses for the players. If you can't play on that, then you can't play.
Neil Critchley to play against what is such a strong Liverpool side.
I think it's
hampered his preparations for the new campaign, but as you can
does get accustomed again. I know it's not been so long since they've been away from that.
Matip's return from injury is timely ahead of the new season. Of course, of Blackpool back in March and had to put together. Enters a new. Let's play forward towards Hamilton as it was delivered towards Yates. James Husband, the left fullback, who's given it away to Kearns and working hard to get there before James Milner.
Well, I think you have to say that Blackpool probably started the game a little bit better than.
Look at Bloomfield Road, where they went 3 up very early on in the game. Everton did it.
Yeah, I think they looked to obviously play football, but you would go on side to play.
And Blackpool, a club that's had some great characters as their manager. That's a foul by James Milner, and there we say it on another day, probably a yellow. This is Firmino. It's by Kai, and it comes towards Yates, and Matip. It's Mane. Just a good piece of defending by Turton, making sure that there was no way past. That's beautifully done by Mane to Firmino. That's a fine piece of defending. Lovely control for Mane. Flag's going to go up. Maybe just a little delay on the pass, but it was a good line.
Well, the idea was right. But
recruitment specialist, that was interesting from Hamilton. He looked as though he might have just spotted Alisson a little off his line there and maybe just intercepted by Turton. And the instructions they've been given with regards to VAR. Splendid save by the goalkeeper. And then another outstanding stop, but the flag's up anyway against Minamino and Hamilton has the opportunity to run away at goal. He has Yates square, he goes for goal. Didn't need the man in support. It's a fine finish by Hamilton, giving Alisson no chance. And Blackpool have the lead. Well, interesting to see how they do in League One this season. It's look at that moment, losing the ball. Robin Pateta and Michael Nottingham. A little clip. And Keshi Anderson by cross. Got a stunning goal against Liverpool. Just to really rubber stamp his authority on the Premier League and be very advanced. It's 4 in the middle. It's a lovely ball, and it's only a really good piece of defending that denied
at times with the fullbacks pressing on so high up the pitch.
Keita around the back. Good take by Alisson under a little bit of pressure. Still making good ground again. Cometio half away towards Sadio Mane. The goalkeeper will make the save as Firmino hooks towards goal. The switch, first time ball. Won't find a red shirt. Difficult.
Yeah, the idea is a good one.
Rides under new ownership. Certainly sending out a message here. Lovely touch by Salah. Husband flying into a challenge. And they're quick. And they are very potent. Alisson has to come there and has to be careful. Well, Craig Pawson's had a little look at that. If it was anything, it looked as though it was against Alisson. That's a fantastic penalty. We saw some absolute crackers in the Community Shield a week ago, and that's right up there with them from Jerry Yates. What a fine spot kick.
Well, it's not a long run up.
Chasing the game. Mane's offside again here. And the flag will go up against him. It's goalkeeper's ball. Well,
he was struggling to get back.
I guarantee that hard thing. It comes to Keita. And it comes off the woodwork. Sorry if the goalkeeper got a little touch on that. The referee says he doesn't. It was a fine F. Was a foul by Keita, wasn't it, Gary?
I thought so. He got away with
Body
it.
check. Just gave Ward an opportunity for a moment. Thought he was going to. He does have support. That's a fine piece of defending to make sure there was no way through from Keshi Anderson. The delivery is good, and it's in, and it's beautifully done by Joel Matip. Liverpool do find a goal to get themselves back into the game, and it was beautifully done by the big man.
Oh, it's a lovely ball from
Mane. Great take by Firmino. Yates. Alisson manages to get in the way. Half time, Liverpool 1, Blackpool 2. Welcome back to a much chillier Anfield than it was a couple of hours ago. And
as we look here at the stadium, I think there's a couple of players looking to get on.
I think it's probably fair to say is
but it takes its toll, and physically it's demanding playing against Liverpool.
The age of 21 for a goalkeeper, which is perhaps for Mane. The pullback will come towards Firmino. A lot of white shirts in the way. And attack from Blackpool's midfield. All a long way here, unchallenged.
He was involved in the attacking movements that Liverpool looked far more dangerous.
He's done well to win the block challenge, and Firmino's effort is beaten away by the goalkeeper, who's put his name amongst the stars too quickly, but doesn't have the legs to find Mane. And Sims towards Minamino. It comes off Sadio Mane, and it does eventually go in. It was all pinballing around the penalty area, and Sadio Mane eventually profits from it. Huge stroke of luck with the clearance. It's Keanu over and Minamino, and in for Liverpool. Brilliantly done by Roberto Firmino. Quick feet, and Liverpool now lead.
Well, there's a little bit more intensity about Liverpool's build-up play. A little bit.
Bezlabala was snapping into the tackle along from Rochdale. Of course, he took part and scored in the deal with it. Mane. Well, he's very, very adept at doing that. Towards Yates. And that little ricochet up. They are appealing for a penalty. In the end, they have to make do with a. Looking for Naby Keita, beautifully won. Oh. Would have been some goal, and he bent that in after winning. It's Kemp. Nottingham will go back towards Sims. Keanu over. Salah for Minamino. Berg and Jones and Harvey Elliott, who came into the club and had to really earn and fight for his place in the starting 11.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's even more difficult, especially at a club like Blackpool. So it's
midfielder, talking about sprightly. Harvey Elliott was on the charge and was bundled to the ground. The best clearance in the world, though, by Liam Feeney. And then the Origi, lovely ball, and this is Elliott. That's a really, really good finish. The goalkeeper frustrated, felt he could have kept it out, but Harvey Elliott. And Firmino still going here, and it's Minamino, and it's another Liverpool goal. But that is all about Roberto Firmino, who got the ball on the edge of his own penalty area, went the length of the field, and teed up Minamino for Liverpool's fifth. Brilliant from Roberto Firmino. And this is towards Elliott. That's a good challenge. Needed to be as well by Shaw. And Curtis Jones annoyed at himself. That's Feeney. Ball look. Elliott looking for Origi. Still got it. Goal. It's Kemp with the delivery. In the middle, still Jones, Minamino.
Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? I mean, we tend to forget because
bundled his way through there. Comes to Jones again. Closer, but again not on target. It's nicely done. It's Curtis Jones. The queuing up to Origi. 6 for Liverpool. Divock Origi with the task to turn it home after some Cater's cross, and round the back is Elliott. Oh, it's lovely from Liverpool, it's beautifully done. It's Van den Berg in the end who was right on hand to tap the ball over the line.